We'll jump on that. Let's go.
We back with the Boom Bap Hour Uncut.
Yeah.
Back in the building.
That real hip hop, baby. You already know. I hope y'all enjoy that shit.
Who we got coming up for the interview?
Dvine.
This show. Dvine?
Out of Long Island, New York.
Oh, Strong
What's
Island,
good,
baby.
fam?
What's good, B?
New York
Dvine,
fam.
Yes, that's a great interview. Great interview.
That's coming up next, right?
Coming up next.
Word,
Absolutely.
man.
Yes,
Word.
so, some people were kind of concerned about Nick Cannon, how he's doing.
Nick.
I mean, you don't listen. On real talk, I'm not concerned about that nigga. He got bread now.
That nigga
That
60
nigga
billion
got bread.
in the game, nigga.
He's better off than
fuck?
almost every nigga in America. Okay?
Well,
maybe
he's kind of going
10
through
niggas that ain't good as Nick Cannon. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, not with money, but he was a little, I guess bummed out a little bit because he did a
For
tweet.
fucking what?
He said,
Nick Cannon, you good, but go ahead.
Right. So basically,
I'm fucked up, Nick Cannon. You ain't fucked up like me, nigga.
Word,
Okay.
nigga. Let me borrow 100 million.
Yeah, nigga, you good.
You know what I'm saying, nigga? You good, nigga.
All this sympathy for this nigga. I mean, but anyway, go ahead.
So whoever,
That's why I
is
post
not
that shit.
knowing-
Hold on. That's why I post that shit. This nigga's 60 million. Worrying about his fucking platform.
Right.
Fuck, man.
He good. Like, what the
Good,
fuck?
man.
Right. Well, they've been taking some other things away from him. Like, they actually took him off his talk show, but he's still on
That he
Masked
didn't never come
Singer,
on with yet.
Right.
Okay,
So
wait.
he's
The
still on
talk
Masked-
show never came out, right? It was supposed to come out,
This
and then he didn't get it.
investments. This
Okay, well, I guess,
Look,
maybe
this
I
nigga
guess it didn't affect
from
him
the
that
time
much
he
then.
started to now is 60 million. His investments is 60 million.
He owned Masked Singer, don't he?
Yes, he does, and that's
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
he's able to still do it. Yes.
Yeah.
In
He
fact, he
owned
wanted
Wildin'
ownership
Out.
of
They
Wildin'
could
Out,
try
but-
to-
but
They tried to do some
yeah,
shit
they
on Wildin' Out,
tried
though.
to say
tried
that
to-
he couldn't get ownership.
Yeah,
or
they
something
tried
like
to
that.
hook with that nigga.
Yeah.
On Wildin' Out.
But even if they do, look, it's just like Jay-Z said. Okay, Dame, make another one. You go ahead. Y'all
Yeah,
try and
he
make
said-
Wildin' Out without me.
Right, because
Y'all try and do it. It ain't gonna happen.
It's
Ain't,
definitely not
ain't
gonna
no
work.
comedian going to go in there and be like, man, fuck Nick Cannon. I'm going on there. Because if you do, you an asshole. Because
Right.
Nick Cannon put so many goddamn comedians on off of that show.
Not only
Right.
that, the flavor that he had on that show, no comedian gonna be able to do that shit, man.
Somebody's gonna try, 'cause
that
they're
shit
probably
was
gonna be
built
an
for
asshole.
Nick. Nick Cannon built that shit
Somebody's
from
probably gonna
him.
try.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
That's his
listen.
shit.
Right.
Okay, I'm
So
okay,
ain't
I don't
nobody
know.
gonna be-
I'm just going. Yo, the Jews is powerful, fam. That's all I'm saying.
He said the
Yo, the
Jews.
Jews got power, fam.
The Jews.
They shut that nigga down immediately.
Immediately.
Well, you know who was on there? Professor Griff. So we could go do the history on with Professor Griff and the Jews. You know, that's why he got kicked out of
The
public.
point
enemy.
is, that's they showing you what he talking about. They like, yeah, nigga, you right.
You right.
You absolutely
Bah,
right,
we gonna
nigga.
show
Get the
you.
fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know what we did?
But-
We clowning this nigga instead of backing this nigga.
And that's why he's going through
But
it.
he's apologized for what though?
Well, he
You know
said-
that was me. I wouldn't
This
apologize.
is what he said. He said, I heard an entire community, because he went to go talk to the rabbis, right? He said, I heard an entire community. It pained me to my core. I thought
Yo,
it couldn't
listen.
get any worse.
Listen.
Then I watched my own community
That's
turn on
kowtowing.
me and call
That's
me a sellout
kowtowing.
for apologizing. Good night. Enjoy
What is
Earth.
that shit called,
That's
Bizzo?
kowtowing right
Goddamn
there.
right. Fuck that shit. I'm not apologizing for shit. What he said was the truth, and fucking stand on your truth, Nick, man. That's all I'm
Waka
saying.
Flocka doesn't believe that Nick Cannon should have apologized. He spoke out about
This
it.
is what I say about people. It's a lot of people. What I told you, that they fight for the cause. They out there, right? Just for instance, like we was talking earlier. For instance, a certain person, they fighting for the cause. They out there. They doing everything for the cause. But they deep down inside, they not really for the cause, man. They not really to stand on that front line and really, really put that shit out there. Nick, I guess he was thinking, that's going to hurt who? Mariah? Mariah don't give a fuck. Who that's going to hurt? You already got fired. You done already went through the shit. You said what you said. You should have stuck on that shit. You don't see Professor Griff apologizing for shit.
No, he's not apologizing
Do you?
for anything. No, he's not.
Do you?
But, well, okay, this is the argument some make, that you can't make changes until the changes that you want to make, you can't make them from the outside in. You got to make them from the inside out. So you got to get in order to make changes, right? So but you can't be the only nigga in there, because that's what happened to Barack Obama. Like, since he was the only nigga by himself, if it was 200 other niggas in Congress, or 51 niggas in the Senate,
right.
Then we could have made some shit change, right?
A lot of changes.
But it's only 13% of Black Americans. Like,
10.
there's no way we ever going to get 50 motherfucking one senators ever.
No,
ever.
That's not gonna happen. I hate to say it.
It ain't that many motherfuckers running like that, is it?
I mean, the point is, it's not enough Black people. Like,
it's represented.
Right, that's what I mean. Like, how we going to get 51 senators?
We got to need a lot of representatives.
Overthrow the government.
Like, that means we got to take over 25 states.
Shit.
We can't take over 25 states.
Overthrowing right there.
That's the only way it's going to happen.
Shit. Most of the motherfuckers, they riding with Trump.
Or we got to side with the Jews.
We are the Jews, though. But that's what I'm saying. We are the Jews. Like, we are the original Jews. So that's what's crazy. That's all he was just trying to say. I mean, he didn't say anything wrong.
No, he did say they lying, because he said they're lying because they're not Jews. They stole our identity and roll with it.
He said it's wrong.
That's what they didn't like.
If y'all Jews hear this.
Right.
So when that he said Black people
meet with the rabbi,
are the original Jews, it was like,
but the rabbi
them niggas is lying.
I believe that rabbi told him you didn't say anything wrong. I bet you.
He can't say that, because if they say that, like Farrakhan said, they not going to admit the lie.
They got to.
They not ever going to admit the lie. That's what Farrakhan said.
They got the Black Madonna sitting right there. They got the Black fucking Madonna sitting right fucking there telling us that this motherfucker black. And that who's the original Jews. And, well, that's politics for you, boy. Politics and religion is a motherfucker.
That's above politics and religion, I promise. That's money. That's that big money game.
You know what? That's what it's all about.
And think about it.
At the end of the day.
Top. That didn't come from
that
some
shit
little
did not come
somewhere.
And
that
you
was
see how quick this motherfucker
was like, I want to start a protest against
hell nah.
That came from the top.
That shit say pop, pop, pop. And that nigga was gone in 2 seconds like this blunt, nigga.
A snap of a finger.
Nigga. He was gone.
Somebody was like, if I blink my eye and that nigga ain't fired, everybody in this bitch dead.
He said, before I finish blinking my eye.
He better be gone.
All
of y'all going too.
That nigga did like this, and Nick was gone.
Damn. Viacom own shit you don't even know they
and
own.
then it's Viacom, nigga.
What? Who owns Viacom?
Everything. Viacom own everything. You see these two Jews ass motherfuckers own Viacom, nigga.
On BET, VH1,
BET,
MTV,
everything we got, they own
half the other channels
you
on
said
the lineup.
We ain't got shit.
Exactly. Say that again.
Yo, but I gotta give you props, my nigga. You put me on to some shit, nigga. What? I was locked in.
When?
American Soul. I was locked into that shit, fam.
You just not getting on American Soul?
Yo, listen, the first episode fucked me up because this nigga killed himself.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
Look, it happened so long ago.
February 1st, 2012.
I
I remember it was the first day of Black History Month.
That's when we got
I fucking forgot.
Right before we got together.
And I was like, oh shit, this nigga gonna bang. Oh, he about to bang out.
He banged himself out. So they said he banged himself out.
Like, damn, Don, what a way to stop
they said
I'm gonna say Don was going through some shit, so I don't know where this story is going to lead us. But just from watching it,
how far you got in
mentally? This nigga was fucked up.
Did you get the James Brown?
Yeah, I got the James Brown.
Okay.
You see how he played that? He played that role?
Yeah.
Now you see what I'm saying?
Goddamn Big Boy did not play goddamn George Clinton good, though.
Big Boy acted like he did the extra. He did the ATL shit with it. Okay. Like Big Boy put his funk to.
I don't know what that was. I was like, no.
But you know who? The comedian. What's his name?
He played Sly Stone. No, he didn't play Sly Stone well.
You didn't think he
don't think so?
I mean, as a comedian, I think he did.
I liked it.
I think he did all
Cut
right.
it out. If that was Martin, nigga, we would have been
If that was Martin, that was the old one.
These young niggas, they ain't got
the soul.
Okay, we got to get back to this music.
All right. Back to this fucking boom bap, baby.
It's the Boom Bap Hour Uncut.
Let's go.
It's your girl, Miss Ruby Z, on the Ruby Z exclusive. And this is the Boom Bap Hour Uncut. We have a very, very special guest here on the Ruby Z exclusive. It's Dvine. What's going on?
What up? How you doing today?
Oh, doing wonderful. Now, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, Steady grinding, steady making things happen out here,
I know that's right. Well, we definitely going to talk about like your new project, some of the things that you've, done throughout your career. So, just starting out. You grew up in Long Island, New York. Now, tell us what it was like growing up there, and do you think growing up there shaped you in a creative sense, like just kind of growing up around just about the atmosphere?
I would say Long Island, it's very diverse. So you'll be in some areas and you'll be in like a rich community. And then you go a few blocks over, you're in the hood. And you go a little bit over, you're in the boonies, So it's like, it's got a little bit of everything. So, it's definitely, you kind of, to an extent, you kind of create your own culture sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Now, when you first got into, hip-hop at an early age, who inspired you coming up? Like, what artists did you look up to?
The artists I listen to a lot, definitely Rakim, Big Daddy Kane, Wu-Tang Clan, Mobb Deep, Tragedy Gaddafi, CNN, just golden era hip-hop. That's, I got into it young. The first CD I ever bought was actually Shyheim the Rugged Child, the AKA the Rugged Child album. So I was definitely into that, that true school stuff at an early age.
Okay. Well, definitely. Now, what age did you begin creating in? Was it like what medium did you do it? Like, was it more MC or more like, kind of getting into like other stuff like producing or anything like that?
I started getting into probably when I was 14, and I actually started off as a DJ. I had a little dinky pair of Gemini 02 turntables, direct drives. They were but they got the job done. And then, sitting here blending, you're trying to beat juggle, blend and all that. And I was just inspired. I just wanted to blend my own stuff. So this dude from around my way, his name was DJ Delight. He actually hooked me up with my first beat making program. It was Sony Acid Pro. And I just started sampling everything. And then from there, it was just, I started honing my craft. And then, down the road, I started working with artists. Down the road further, I was like, hey, you know what? I feel like getting into the MCing now. So it was, as far as me becoming an MC, it was definitely like a slower process. But my heart was always gravitating towards, beat making.
Okay. Yeah, most definitely. And you linked up with an MC out of Bayshore, New York, called D-Rud, and looks like you end up making the majority of his beats, including his song called If You Were Mine. Now, was that the first time you heard your work on the radio as a producer, and how did that feel?
Yeah, that was actually really cool because it was like a countdown style show. So it was kind of like in order to actually like you had to like win a competition. Like remember like TRL back in the days? Right. It was kind of like that, and we were actually the first artist to go all 4 weeks to number one. So that was actually like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? When it's like when you're young and you get your first Christmas. You know what I'm saying? You get your first like presents under the tree and stuff. That's what it was like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that had to feel good.
Yeah, that was cool. And then we had to travel all the way out from New York to Connecticut to do the the interview and all that. Yeah, it was an awesome experience, for being that young and, getting into the game early,
Yeah, that's really dope. And it looks like you produce, joints for, features of really